Okay. Enough dawdling, enough dawdling. It is time for some arcade spirits. The new challengers. We did part one on Friday. Part one was very long, but we kind of actually, I expected it to be long, but I didn't expect it to be as long as it was. But here we go. We are up again, and we are going to be streaming part two. Um, Again, I'm gonna try to get this in before they do the patches and everything, and because the patches might break saves again. But see, think I might be able to, set up Steam not to update and get through it that way. Either way, we've got drinks, we've got pizza bagels, we've got the long haul for part two, which probably isn't quite as long as part one. Let's just get right into it. Fight check.
What's up, everybody? It's your boy Punchy78 here with Fight Shack News. All the fighting that's fit to post. Big happenings in the scene today as P2W endures humiliation at the hands of a small team from a local laundromat.
Laundry and pizza?
In the upset of the century, this previously unknown team of locals utterly trounced Team P2W's Coda, who was fired on the spot. Are P2W really as strong as we believed? Are they starting to show weakness? Are they no longer favored to win the Pro Tour? Will this little incident become the start of something bigger? Who knows? Personally, I can't wait to see what this new team can do. For more on this developing story, be sure to like, share, subscribe, and rate Fight Shack 5 stars. This is only the beginning, folks.
Rate it 5 stars. Is Fight Check on Yelp as well? I mean, do you get your pizza bagels at the Fight Check? That's why I don't like to eat on stream, but it's kind of part of the whole thing, right? It is the distant future 20XX, and I'm no longer an aspiring game champion. I'm an aspiring game champion and team manager. That's one more set of shoes than I'd originally intended to feel, if we're being honest. I would have been perfectly content to blend in with an existing team as just another player, but if this is what it takes, so be it. The good news is I'm not flying solo as supreme overlord of this team. Everybody has opinions to contribute. The bad news is everybody has opinions, and I'm quickly discovering that balancing those out is being tricky. The morning, my job is simple. Completely redesign the team's profile on discomfort.fist and select a sponsor for our Pro Tour ambition, while keeping as many of my teammates as happy as possible. Simple, right? Okay. Let's get to work.
Iris, online.
Hello, Miss Manager. I also figured out how to run a virtualization of the Iris app on my home computer. PC Geeks get things done. Represent. Call me Ursula Major Iris. Okay, hello. I'm finishing compiling an input regarding your team profile and sponsorship opportunities, cross-referencing with your friends and their own requests. Shall we start with the profile? Every good team needs a good team name. I don't know, Good Clean Fun could work nicely for that. True, but Team GCF was always a working title, and your friends have sent me ideas for better names and acronyms. But these are only suggestions. If you want, you can make up a name and acronym for yourself. See them. Team the Best Team, Magnificent Seven, Future Forward, Next Fiasco, The Pit Crew, Exemplar, EXE. EXE's fun. We like that. As PC gamers, we would like that, right? I had something in my head and it just totally popped out. Gone. That's gonna bug me, but it's Monday. Those kind of things happen on Mondays. Wow. It's gonna be one of those days. I literally, as soon as all these other choices popped up, I forgot what I was thinking. Well, since the fast cars racing game drew me towards Jinx in the first place, let's go with Jinx's idea. Why not, right? See what it's like when you go with the different people's ideas. Kind of racing focused, but also has badass feel. And totally competent and organized team. So, Pit Crew it is.
Good work.
Team name and acronym are also registered with discomfort.fist. I've also emailed everyone to let them know the change. Next, it's time to pick a sponsor. Beating team play to win made my job simple. You had sponsors lining up to talk to you. If you can keep that hot streak going, this is going to be peasy lemon squeeze. Easy peasy. I've organized dossiers for you, including the sponsor's original pitch and any comments from your friends about the offer. Wow, thanks, Iris. Here I was thinking that being manager would be, like, difficult and stuff.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
I was originally made to be a virtual assistant to high-powered business executives. This sort of thing is child's play to me. Now let's take a look at the offers. You have 3 of them to consider. Good day, Miss Majors. I am Crimson Tiger Energy Drink. Oh, I represent Crimson Tiger, the premier beverage of choice for 13 to 25-year-old gamer demographic. We're always on the lookout for promising young teams, and yours shows a great deal of promise. We'd like to sponsor your entry in the Pro Tour. You'll find our team salary package more than generous, allowing you to focus entirely on team training and practice without day jobs. In return, we'd like you to wear our red branding colors and be seen drinking our product, a simple request, we feel. Over 20 years of experience in this field, I assure you that you can find no finer partner than Crimson Tiger.
Don't know about that.
Iris forwarded me the CT offer. I guess they're a proven brand, but do we really want to be sponsored by the guys who sponsor everyone already? Plus their energy drink tastes like warm battery acid. No way in hell I'm slurping that stuff down.
You've gotta be kidding.
I've never been a fan of the blatant machismo and in-your-face attitude of Crimson Tiger, especially not when that's still a huge problem in this scene. Also, have you seen their clothing design? It's better suited for gaming chair than actual human body. I refuse to wear anything that obnoxious. So they can offer us all the money we'd need to make this happen, but I need to wear their colors, chug their drinks, and annoy Domino and Rhapsody. Doing business means accepting trade-offs. Maybe the next 2 offers will be more to your liking. Glad to see you showing up, Team P2W. We need fresh blood in this scene to keep it from stagnating, and you are fresh. Blade Joysticks PR. Blade Joysticks, makers of professional-grade fighting game joysticks, want to sponsor your team all the way to the top. I can see where this is going to be a problem. Our team salaries can't compete with the top draws, I'll admit, but you'll get all the free hardware and controllers you'll ever need. Sign with us and we'll make sure you are kitted out. Sound good? Let me know.
I don't think that's a good idea.
The reason Blade can't offer a lot of money is because they're probably going out of business in a few years. Blade controllers are the player 2 sticks you let your cousin use because you don't want them wrecking your good joystick.
Not down for that.
Yep. I knew it. I knew this was going to be a problem. Literally can't use their joysticks. Period. If you want to trade your keyboard for a blade, feel free, but personally, I won't be using their gear. 1,000 piles free gear would save us money, but if Grace and Drinks don't like it, yeah. I can't say I like the idea of ditching good old Beiji the 101 keyboard for a joystick just to keep them happy. You can have everyone else on the team use blades if you want to keep your competitive keyboard edge. Also, there's one more candidate to consider, and if you will lend my own bias to, I think they're exactly what we need. Pizza Yums! We're here in the Pizza Yums family, have been following your story closely. Everybody loves the underdog. Pizza Yums! We'd love to sponsor you. We've got experience hiring people, building their brand, and can really get you to the next level. We can't offer as much money as most esports-focused companies, but we also don't have any demands in return. We just want to help you soar. It would help if you're a bit more family-friendly, though. What's family-friendly mean? Let's talk. Just drop me a line and I'll arrange to pay entrance fees.
No f***ing way.
So this is who they're speaking for. Pizza bagels taste like school glue on cardboard. Yeah, you take that back. You're fired. You are fired, Zapper. Fired. You're off the team. Hey, that's mean. Yeah, don't be mean to Iris. You're fired.
I must protest.
Pizza Yums is run by capitalist thugs who contribute to both the nation's obesity epidemic and our food waste crisis. In addition, they sponsored many events at Deco's Palace. Excuse me, the Palace. The pinnacle of anti-arcade. I say nay! Dang it. Seems that way. Sorry, Ursuline Agent, but these are the tough decisions you need to make when you're in a position of leadership. They'll accept your decision no matter what, but you may lose standing with two of them depending on what you decide. Guess crowdfunding isn't an option? Not for the amount of money we'll need for travel and tournament expenses. Even the cheapest of the offers will get us more than a GoFundMe would. Right, decision time. So this one is straight up out of the... There's no way. You can't do that one. This is out the door. Right? This one is pizza bagels. Hey, how's it going? Yeah, I'm live. Thanks for showing up. You're stopping by. Yeah, we're doing some arcade spirits, so we're having some fun with that. We got our pizza bagels ready, and it's a visual novel set in an alternate future where instead of like video game consoles and PC gaming becoming the thing, arcade gaming is the big thing. And we've got the standard energy drink sponsor option. But you know, we don't want to unsubscribe from Pizza Facts, that's for sure. And you know, Zapper can take her opinions elsewhere if she likes. I think that's what we're gonna go with. How's it going, LG? How you doing? When pizza's on a bagel, you can have pizza anytime. And we can have just enough resources to make this happen if we go with Pizza Yums.
Meh.
Whatevs, I'm not toning myself down, but at least I don't have to drink battery acid or play with junky joysticks. I'm not pleased, but I have sworn my oath to you. I will hold my oath without complaint. Although I'd rather hope they don't look too deeply at what who is in your pocket. Well, yes, that too.
Sounds good.
I suppose that it being having a bootleg Iris and being connected to Pizza Yums might be a problem. Doing all right, just doing some contact work and stuff. Cool. I definitely appreciate your perspective on a lot of stuff, and I do like to if I don't always get to watch your videos, I at least get to read your Twitters and stuff. So that's always fun. Yeah, definitely appreciate that. Yes, pizza is really good. I had to have pizza bagels because it's a whole like trope and meme with this particular game. So this is more stressful than I thought it'd be, but you're doing so well, and you'll only get better at it in time. With me in your pocket, figuratively and literally, there's no way you can lose. I mean, you can still lose your FOD2 matches, but still. I have a lot of functionality, and you haven't even tapped it yet. You know, if you want me to, I can get your leverage to negotiate for more than your sponsor. Leverage? As in blackmail? You'd be surprised how many embarrassing details are perfectly public if you know how to search for them. What do you say? Now I want bagel bites? Yes, exactly. It has to be done. I actually bought these just for streaming this, so you know. No federal crimes. I'm already in hot water just for using your pirate app service. It would help us get ahead of GK. Yeah, Iris and Pizza Yums are already heavily connected. I don't think we need to poke that bear. Things are already a little sketchy. Let's not add blackmail to my rap sheet, okay? Is it really blackmail if it's just incriminating information dug out of deep web sources and used as a looming threat? Yes, Iris, that's exactly what blackmail is. You literally just defined the word blackmail. Good point. I guess I'm new at this, what with being freshly activated only yesterday. Maybe it'd help me align my morality subroutines if I knew why you wanted to give us this advantage. Oh, give up this advantage. It's the wrong way to do it. We don't need it. The risk isn't worth it. I'm gonna go with the risk isn't worth it. I'll admit, more funding would give us more options, but the risk is just too great. We get caught, it's the end of the line. I'd rather play it safe and just follow the rules on this one, rather than mess around, okay? I could calculate your risk percentage of failure if you need more accurate estimates of your chances, but I also understand the anxiety that humans can experience taking any risk. Okay, I'll play it safe. Thank you. Now you should go freshen up. Team practice starts soon, and you'll still need to catch the subway over to good, clean fun. Onward, Ms. Manager. Ursula Major. Onward, Miss Ursula Major. At least that's over with. Okay, all I need to do now is go down to arcade and kick some virtual ass. I know I can do that at least. No more wrangling strong personalities, no more setting conflicts. Just doing what I was born to do. Play games. Right? Right. Mm-hmm. Of course. Of course. Of course. There's got to be some way, because I see the stream thing where it says the pre-roll ad is disabled, which means that an ad has played, right? But it sure would be nice if there was a notification that said, an ad is playing right now, please shut the fuck up. Because, I mean, I really don't like going through while an ad's playing, right? Anyway. Except, well, matchmaking is taking forever. Literally been 2 minutes. I know, forever. 2 whole minutes? I mean, if I was waiting in a game for 2 minutes, I'd probably cancel and reset because I think it was gonna be like it's a bug or something, right? And then when you got some games, that's not even long at all, and that's usually a pretty bad sign. But there's probably something else wrong. How are we supposed to get practice matches in? The servers can't find anybody at our skill level. It's got to be your ELO dragging us down or something. Or yours dragging us up. High-ranked pros aren't always playing this early in the day. Having only a single FOD2 machine in the entire arcade plus a slow day for online matchmaking makes practice moving at a slow pace. But the machine has 2 sides. Couldn't we just play against each other? While Dom and Zap are busy getting their rounds in, I'm free to wander around and chat with people. Probably for the best. I haven't spent much time getting to know them yet. I should take advantage of this quiet moment. I doubt I can visit everyone before it's my turn at bat, but I can squeeze some socializing in. Who do I want to chat with? Jinx and Grace, Rhapsody, Loxley. Jinx and Grace seem the likely because there's they are both the 2 that I have the most rapport with already. With good clean fun being a trifecta of greasy food, clean clothes, and hot arcade action, it's not too surprising to see my arcade friends washing underwear and stuff. Grace is chatting away with Jinx while folding mostly black clothing from the dryer. Jinx, for her part, occasionally glances at her phone while talking. How many socks have you lost to the sock goblins today? A few, but sock goblins aren't real. Then maybe it's Grace. Unlikely. Besides, Grace is helping me get my clothes sorted out. It'd be counterproductive. She does your laundry?
Bad idea.
Can't exactly carry a giant basket of clothes with these arms. True. Very true. Used to use a wagon, tug it along on wheels, but it's less tiring to get some help with the stuff like this, and Grace volunteered. Yes, we have a understanding. Understanding, you say? I can squeeze some socializing in. Sounds like me sometimes.
Well,
Not as ominous as it sounds. I live in the building 3 floors up. Grace has keys to the elevator and the apartment, so she can take breaks during the day. Grace doesn't work.
Of course.
Right, it's hard to do code tweaks to my game without PC handy, so I borrow Jinx's computer. Plus, I like to take naps, and honestly, her bathroom is nicer than Ben and Matt's. That's an impressive amount of trust. They've already shown that there's something there. Jinx gets very possessive of Grace. I mean, the thing is, we're kinda... Something grabs Jinx's attention, her eyes flickering down to her phone, while Grace continues folding black t-shirts. Grace, that car you were talking about, the Asimov? Yes. Jinx turns her phone around to show the news headlining. Self-driving car kills driver in accident. Oh no. Alarmed Grace nearly drops the shirt she was folding.
Oh no.
It says here that it was swerving to avoid someone who screwed up and drifted out of their lane. Someone would have died either way. Still not great for the Asimov.
Oh.
That's really disappointing. Even beyond my condolences for that poor man behind the wheel. A lot of us in the AI development community were really pulling for the Asimov. It could have solved a lot of our infrastructure and transportation problems. Maybe they can fix the bug and the negative PR won't squish the project entirely.
Not sure about that.
Yeah, doubtful. Problem is people. Any idiot humans on the road introduce X-Files that an Asimov can't always solve for.
Ugh.
Sometimes I think people can't be trusted with cars. We're too reckless, too stupid, too inattentive for these high-speed metal bricks. You're a professional virtual racer. Can't driving skills simply be taught? If I don't own a car, I'd be unsafe at any speed. I'm guessing any AI would have difficulty solving the old trolley problem. So if the car swerves, someone dies. If the car didn't swerve, someone dies. Sounds like me like an ethics problem. Probably not in the wheelhouse of an AI to have a definitive solution to one of the classic philosophical conundrums, right?
Can't agree to that.
I'd agree, but was a human driver accidentally driving in the lane that caused the accident? Blaming the AI for some idiot's mistake, no personal responsibility has to hold fast. Sometimes I think if every car was run by code, it all flows smoothly, optimally, safely, even if America will never give up driving. Now that's unlikely. Even aside from one's independent spirit and freedom of movement, people don't trust AI yet.
That's unfortunate.
Sadly, this incident won't help Asimov's chances at acceptance in the mainstream. Maybe Iris should drive the cars instead. Seems compassionate enough about the right choices. That's no reason to give up. The industry just has to keep pushing forward despite the haters. Maybe it's for the best. One day we'll be ready for self-driving cars. So. What if self-driving cars were based on the Iris technology? Feels like she's light years ahead of what they've got now. Oh, she is. She's definitely capable. But Iris is a general purpose AI with a general purpose set of skills. She can learn via download and outperform most humans, true, but given the importance of this, a hyper-focused driving AI would be preferable. Clean, efficient, fast, and perfect. In theory, anyway. I love science. I mean, I love science. Not in that, oh my god, science rules way, since on Facewall or Twitter, I'm a firm believer in both the human spirit and the ability to improve upon the human condition.
That's wonderful.
Robotics, I feel like her voice actor doesn't get enough audio time, but that should just be me. Because sometimes the quality of her voice audio comes through as a little weak anyway, so that's not the worst thing. No clue how the conditions were when they were doing the recordings for that. I mean, it was in the middle of a pandemic and all that fun stuff. There's a bright future ahead of us if we're willing to put old attitudes aside and reach for it. The last of the laundry folded, Grace packs the clothes up in a plastic laundry basket. Feeling better now. I'm sure Asimov will bounce back from this. That's my girl. Always nice to see you smile.
See you later.
Excuse us, Grace and I gotta drag this stuff back to my place. Okay, see you around. Domino and Zapper are still playing, so it's off to someone else. Who's next? Okay, so we know Loxley's mad about the thing. Rhapsody would have been mad about the red, right? Or we can talk to Ben and Matt. I think we're gonna go with Ben and Matt because I like Ben and Matt. Yeah. Food sounds like a good idea. Might be tangled up in practice sessions. Heavy slices would be advisable.
Good day. A fine day indeed.
Your first day as a manager. How exciting. What can we get for you, our delightful high-powered business executive?
Please, just Ursula Major, and I'll keep it simple today. Just a cheese lovers pizza.
Can't be too cheesy, I always say, even if my bowels occasionally say otherwise.
One piping hot slice of the good stuff slides over to me. I open the box to nosh on it, too eager to go find a table first.
Wow, you're full of pep today. I would have thought your first shot at managerial duties would grind you down into a tiny, quivering wad of stressed-out jelly.
Please don't remind me. I'm already trying to avoid liquor by myself. When I was here yesterday, I didn't realize that becoming our team's manager was one step on my dream ladder.
Sometimes the ladder to our dreams has missing steps. In that case, it can be difficult to climb by yourself.
Ben's right. No need to burden just yourself, especially when there are people around you who've had some experience at making dreams happen.
Who?
Us. Matt's talking about us.
Indeed, we'd be happy to impart our learned wisdom upon the younger generation. Want some pointers?
Okay. How do you blow off stress? Primal scream therapy, drum circle. How should I manage interpersonal conflicts? How can I pump up the team? How should I avoid managing finances and expenses and things to avoid problems? I think I need stress management techniques. What do you think? Yoga, healing crystals, hunt people for sport?
What about?
No. What about...
Expensive bubble baths. Aromatherapy candles. Soap and wax. Got it. But seriously, find one thing that makes you happy. Something you can do anywhere, anytime, without anyone else. Do that. Find a quiet place and listen to music. Repeat a mantra. Watch cat videos. Things like that. The important thing is to recharge your batteries with a simple and calming ritual of your own choosing. Is there a game you like to play on your phone? A little puzzle game, perhaps? Anywhere, anytime, pick me up. Yeah, that could work. I do love some Tetris. TM.
Good.
Good, that'll do nicely. As successful business owners, we know the importance of not losing your marbles under the weight of adult responsibility. Responsibilities on top of, playing FOD2. This is still a heck of a lot for me. Hunt people for sport. Wait a minute. Hey, it's a fun and relaxing activity. The most dangerous game after all. That is the quirky response that I chose. So it's supposed to be kind of like lighthearted joking. The yellow smiley faces are quirky. The red stars are gutsy. The balance scales, the blue ones, those are kind of like the knowledgeable, reserved, intelligent, and then the green heart is the kindly option. So it's kind of like the trying to make everyone happy, but of course that can backfire as well.
Indubitably.
Undoubtedly.
You can do the thing. We believe in you. But you barely know me. We're excellent judges of character. Say, you know who Ursula Major reminds me of? A young Ray Majors. So this is a throwback to the first game. You can import your save data from the first game. You don't play as the same character, but there are references here and there to your original playthrough of the original game. They're talking about my first character. Indeed, that same spark of destiny, I'd say, really going places. What? Ray? That's my cousin. I'm a Majors. Whoa! Whoa! Wow, I can't believe they accounted for that. That is wild. Wow. That is smart. That is just so smart. My characters have the same last name. So it knows that they're... Oh, wow, that's awesome. Well, small world, isn't it? Yeah, we haven't been in touch. The whole Majors family is sort of perpetually in survival instinct mode. Doesn't lend itself well to cousinly togetherness. Wow. Wow, I gotta back that up a little bit. Need a screenshot of that. That is really cool. Allow us to fill the gaps for you. We cheered them on as they created the arcade of their dreams. What a grand adventure that was. Lovely dreams. Simply lovely. No doubt similar to your own dreams in some way.
You never know quite where life will take you. Something Matt and I have experienced firsthand.
Indeed. We started out running a donut shop and bookstore.
You ran both a donut shop and a bookstore? No. Run a donut shop bookstore.
By running one business, we sold books and donuts under one roof.
The whole story. Ah, such halcyon days of literature and sugar.
Sadly, shifting demographics and the opening of a high-end cafe named La Biblio the Queue du Croissant signaled the end of that venture.
Another sad tale of local business crushed by Big Donut and Big Book.
Oh, wow.
Not that we let it bring us down. No, we moved right along to our next idea. Pizza, laundry, and video games.
I'm sorry. This was your go-to idea?
Absolutely.
Positively.
My point is, you may never know where you'll end up, but the journey to get there will certainly be interesting. You weren't expecting to manage an esports team, but look, you're managing an esports team. Isn't that something?
Wear the mark of chaos with pride. Surf the wave, ride the snake.
That means something entirely different, Matt.
Aww.
Ben contemplates his next words as their back and forth stream of consciousness finally pauses for a brief moment. I mean, be honest. Where did you actually see yourself in 10 years' time? Probably still sitting alone in my dark apartment all day. No idea whatsoever. I could predict it, but no point, right? Hoisting a trophy. Dead in a shocking tuna fish mishap. Oh my goodness. I think we're gonna go this one. Like you said, who knows where you really end up? No point predicting it. I choose to live day to day. Sensible. But I'm glad some of your ambitions are being realized, now that you've found the pit crew. Indeed, merely existing on a daily basis with no expectations whatsoever can be tiresome. But you just said I should ride the snake or something. Even snakes need... No, Matt, no! Matt, no. No, no. That's not how that works. That's not how any of this works. No. No, they do not. Work with me, Ben. Anyway, if you need any guidance in the future, snake riding, just come to us. We're always here. During work hours, at least. Now then, next order, please. That's why I know there's a very long forming behind me. People want for Ben to get on with it. I mumble an apology, then scamper off to devour my pizza. That is really cool. I really like that they accounted for the fact that if you have characters have the same last name, they're related. Type something in the feedback in Discord. I'm not sure Ben and Mac work as the obligatory substitute father figures in the grand narrative of my new life, but at the very least, they're cool uncles. Domino and Zapper are playing, so it's off to see someone else. We could try to, make Loxley feel better, or we can just stick with Rhapsody. I think I'm gonna go with Rhapsody. He's a little bit more fun. Or they are a little bit more fun. Haven't really got their pronouns yet. Okay. Find Rhapsody in the far back of the pizzeria. They're fiddling with their phone. On our way back to where they're sitting, and upon arrival, I notice a whole mess of papers and drawings strewn across the table's surface. You trying to solve a murder mystery or put together pieces of a conspiracy theory? He smiles and looks up. All I'm missing is a red yarn tying everything together. No. The red yarn that's when you get into the creepy stalker realm, right? Exactly. So which is it? Neither. What do you see? I do as they say, and I actually take a look at the papers. But it's mostly, illegible. Rhapsody could be doctor with that writing, or a child doctor. Rhapsody Hauser, MD. Well, if your handwriting were better... Hey now, that's not fair. Okay, so my chicken scratch isn't the most legible, but surely you can see beyond that. Once again, peer and see beyond the words. It lists complete lists of matchups, counters, a tier list, and a whole slew of details. Oh yeah, because Rhapsody is the expert of the game. Like, they know everything about the game, and yet they never play it. So that's an interesting quirk. Is like they've analyzed it, they did, but they don't play at all. I already know a fair amount of this just from playing, but there's our matchups and combo moves on Rhapsody's notes that I haven't really thought about. You are extremely detail-oriented. Thanks for noticing. Now why don't you stop hovering over me like a creep and join me? I acquiesce and slide in a seat across from Rhapsody, and even before I have a chance to prod them further, they begin answering them. I'm just trying to put down everything I know about FOD onto paper. It's something cohesive so I can share it. We're a team now, a legit one. Everyone will need to be on their best game, always. Everyone needs to know the why of every action we perform. Cause and effect, it's important. We can only learn so much by playing the game, but studying how the game works, exploiting the move sets, seeing which combos overpower others. Rhapsody looks up at me and smiles gently.
That's what I'm talking about.
If we are doing this, we're doing it right. Right? I'm touched. This is no small amount of work to put this out there on paper. This will really help boost this next solo, right? It's all or nothing. I appreciate this. I know not everybody's on board with heavy study, particularly Zapper, but if we're going to make an effort, I agree, let's make a serious effort. Any amount of new information will help us improve. Agreed, and I know you've got your hands full as manager, so it's the least I could do to help. Rhapsody pauses, elbows resting on a table, and places their head upon their entwined fingers. They gaze directly in my eyes, and I can sense a fire. I want to win this. So do I. No, I don't think you understand. I really, really want to win this. So do I. Really, really.
Sounds good to me.
Well, I guess we're one and the same, and we best win, or there'll be two of us crying. It's interesting because the reason why Rhapsody kind of quit their last team is because they weren't the team didn't feel that they were hardcore enough, that they weren't really in it to win it. And so now Rhapsody really is excited about doing this in a way that's fun and a way that is like to their choosing. So that's kind of nice. Not too long ago, Rhapsody didn't even want to play, and now they're dying to win, making flashcards, getting really serious about the whole thing. What changed? Again, we have the ads going, so I'm not sure if that's going or not, but I'll give it a minute. While I fight with this thing of crackers. All right. Let's continue onward. Like, I don't like to eat on stream, but between the whole pizza bagel thing and just everything else, with the visual novel, you can really, because you have to do so much talking, you can really dry out your mouth really quick. And try to keep the saliva going and all that fun stuff. I've never tasted victory, but I've watched plenty of my friends suckle from that teat. What's the phrase? Always the bridesmaid? Perhaps you considered how to phrase things before speaking. Why is that a talent for puzzle solving? There's a certain excitement, a feeling you can't quite put into words. And working through a puzzle, isn't there? Your brain sees all the different pathways, the options before you, and then weighs them all out separately. If there's more than one way for success, one has to determine which is the best way. But not even including outside factors. And when you solve that puzzle, it's like a reward just for yourself. You don't share the triumph with others, it's between you and the puzzle. It's the same in competitive games. They're just bigger and more intricate puzzles. Pleased with the explanation, they smile at me. So it's no one surprise when I fell over head over heels with competitive games. From Smash Brothers, TM, to FOD, I've played them all. With each new game, I learned its entirety, the combos, the perfect executions, the matchups, otherwise, how else would I be able to solve the puzzle? I even shared with others those details, showed them how to defeat anyone and win. I taught them everything I knew. They climbed and won, and took home championship titles. They succeed. As for me, that was one puzzle you couldn't solve. So I gave up. Why even try if you're just going to fail? It's not worth it, is it? How can I know so much about a game and not ever succeed?
It was my fault.
Those thoughts consumed me and I found it affecting me. So I focused on teaching others instead. I could find at least a small bit of happiness in their victory. It was safer that way. Rhapsody takes a long reflective pause. And you know, looking back at it all, I do find pleasure through other successes. I'm glad to be that person people turn to for guidance. But there's still a part of me that can't let go of that desire. Let's look at me, I've gone off monologuing for way too long. Ursula Major, don't hesitate to interrupt me. All of what Rhapsody is saying, I think I understand. If we win, you'll have completed the puzzle. Winning will make you feel worthy of all your work. Winning is everything. I mean, this is... Yes. This almost seems like more. But I think we'll go this way. I can empathize with Rhapsody's feelings of wanting to succeed on something that stopped them in the past. Accomplishment is important, and to win means you succeeded in your goals. You have solved the unsolvable. And now, you want to try again. Exactly, and now you know why the pit crew must win. Now my time to finally succeed. Hopefully we can win, especially with all your help, Rhapsody. I'm hopeful we can win. You're a valuable part of this team. Rhapsody smiles warmly.
Yeah.
Thanks, I'm glad to be part of the pit crew. And then mood changes dramatically as Rhapsody's attention shifts from me to the mess before them. They begin scooping up their strewn up papers and stuffing them into their pockets. But dang, I still have to type up all these notes for everyone. No one can read my handwriting. Teacher's got to write up the syllabus, so to speak. Don't worry, I'll be back in time for my matches. There's an internet cafe around the corner, and this will take me no time. So that's another thing. It's another thing of this alternate reality. Is it's 20XX, but because arcades didn't crash, because they started arcade games and stuff like that of nature. Computers aren't quite as far along. They're not as ubiquitous as they are for us. because they didn't have the big, huge rush that PC gaming had to put more and more PCs into people's houses. Um, Obviously, they still had lots of technical advantages with, advances with business programs and stuff like that, but they didn't have quite the big explosion with PC games. So that you still are keeping your PCs to a more niche group versus the widespread that they are in our timeline, right? So there's lots of times where people are talking about using an internet cafe or borrowing somebody's computer or something like that. Pepsi left in such a hurry. I hope that everything with them is okay. Maybe they're just excited about the chance to really win this time. Regardless, I should see what everyone else is up to. Okay, seriously. What's taking so long? Domino and Jabber should have completed a few matches by now. Curious, I decided to check on them. On arriving in the center of the arcade, I see them in the middle of a pretty intense match with everyone else just sort of watching. Curious, I join the fringes of the group to see what's going on.
Oh, for sake. That's the third time I've been ganked. Domino, get your skinny ass up here and defend me.
Can't talk, swarmed by ninja. Or ninjas? Do you pluralize ninja, or is ninja already plural?
Oh, shut the up and help me. We're gonna lose this match if you don't get your act together.
I didn't exactly see you diving into my lane to save my bacon when they roasted me in round 1, Zapper-chan.
I'll bail you out when you learn the difference between your joystick and your
Wow. Zapper is pretty toxic. I think I'm going to end up making her unhappy a lot. Oh good, they're fighting. Just what I was hoping for. Some interpersonal drama to sort out.
Finally, you decide to stop twiddling your thumbs and dive my lane. Honestly, Domino, you've got the speed and grace of a garbage truck.
Are we trash talking then? Is that what's expected of me? Okay, I can trash talk. Because you've built your life entirely around this game while pushing your friends away, you're probably going to die alone and unloved.
Oh. Ow. Oh. Ow. Not wrong, but ouch. Ow.
In a decade or so, your reflexes will be too shot to do the one thing you were any good at. You'll be like a high school quarterback with nothing at the end of the road but alcoholism and loneliness.
Oh. Domino just cutting so deep. Oh. Oh.
Also, you smell like poop. Well, did I talk trash of sufficient quality to earn your admiration, Zapper?
Domino is clearly ND, but wow. 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 Exactly 3 seconds of absolutely horrified silence follow as Zapper's expression slides perfectly from terror to rage. And then she makes that rage known rather directly. With instinctive anger, she uses both hands to give Domino a hard shove away from her, which causes him to stumble, trip over his ratty old backpack he'd left on the floor, and fall on his rear. Everyone in the pit crew scans speechless as Domino sits on the floor with Zapper looming over him. Unrealized everyone's staring, Zapper stammers, lips moving silently before she finally blurts out a retort.
I quit. Screw this. Screw you all. I'm going home.
And of course, Zapper is like, that is also the other side of it. Is like, just like Domino has obvious issues with people and, understanding the proper regimented emotional response. Zapper obviously has some issues with her own side, and she's very, very aggressive. But I'm sure that aggressiveness is, a lot of that's a front, right?
Oh no.
Grace, it's okay. Deep breaths.
This can't be happening.
Happening again, isn't it? It's all coming apart. I should have stepped in. I knew this would happen. No, the one who should have stepped in quicker was me. Know what Domino's capable of. What Zapper's capable of. Come on, let's go somewhere quiet while they take care of this, okay? It's going to be fine. I'm here for you. Right, I'll be fine. I trust you. Right. Rock, paper, scissors then? On 3, 1. What? I'm sad to say this isn't the first time those two have had a little bit of altercation. Or the first time Zapper's quit the team. First time she's ever shoved someone, mind you. That's a bit of an escalation. Trying to figure out which one of us is going to chase down Zapper and who's going to tend to Domino. It's only at that moment that I know Domino has indeed slinked off somewhere, silently leaving the scene of the crime. Maybe I should be doing this. I'm the manager, right? I need to manage my team. HR duties aside, it might help to hear it from us. We've known both of them a bit longer. Agreed. 'Tis an admirable suggestion, which would be best if we handle this. We've done it before. I have no qualms doing it again. And again, and again. That's why I'm here, right? Iris said they needed me. Even Zapper agreed the team desperately needed fresh blood. Not when you step in here, this sort of thing is just going to happen again. Maybe not tomorrow, maybe not for weeks, but at the very least I can overrule their rock, paper, scissors and take one of these two myself. Thanks for wanting to take care of this, but I'm going to help too. I'm not only their manager, but I'm their friend. So I'm in. Babsy and Loxy give me a solemn nod, but now I need to decide who I want to go after. I have a feeling I'm going to be better off with Domino. So I'll let them deal with Zapper, and I'll go talk to Domino. Zapper's a bit volatile, and you know her better than I do. Can you talk to her for me? I'll deal with Domino. Absolutely. Rhapsody and I are close to her. We can talk her down from this impulsive decision. But back as soon as we can. Be gentle with Domino. He has some social boundary issues. Yeah, no kidding. Where does Domino go when he's feeling awful? Knowing him, the alley next to Good Clean Fun. You won't have to go far. Best of luck. As Loxy and Rhapsody depart, making for the subway, I head outside and around the building. The alley next to Good Clean Fun, where I find Domino squatting down next to a city dumpster, drawing circles on the cement beneath his fingertips. The afternoon sun peeking through the tall building feels warm on my skin, a bless of confidence. Particularly difficult conversation I'm about to have. Slouched down, making himself as tiny as possible. I approach quietly, not trying to sneak up on him, just not really wanting to barge in, somewhere in the middle of those two things. Now, it's a mask of cheer on noticing my arrival, but it's obviously a false front. I mean, I think it is.
Hey.
Welcome to the garbage zone, where garbage people belong. I pondered actually climbing into the dumpster, but who knows how many diseases and or used needles I'd subject myself to if I tried that. Still, good place to be trash, yes? Domino, Zapper had no right to push you like that. Nah, I'm thinking she did. I pushed her buttons rather intentionally, so I'd say I had it coming. Stands to reason. I should get hit. Cause and effect. No, I can't let Domino absorb all the blame here. He's usually cheerful and someone who calls himself a garbage person. And that's a worrisome combination. Nobody deserved that, Domino. Do you want me to get an ice pack? Pretty sure you both pushed some buttons. Domino at least shares the blame. See, these two are just... I think they're too aggressive for Domino. I think we're just going to go that way. I'm willing to let you both sort of some of the blame in this situation. Everything spiraled out of control pretty quickly. Doesn't make what she did to you right, or vice versa. So no, I don't think you're a garbage person, nor a zapper. You both made mistakes.
That's curious.
Good people on both sides. How very centrist of you. Not that I disagree. That was 9 kinds of messed up. But it still means 4.5 kinds of messed up are my fault. Me and my screwed up self. With a ragged sigh, he pulls himself up from sitting next to the dumpster and straightens out his coat.
My problem is emotional illiteracy, I suppose. Can't read the room. I say the wrong thing at the wrong time, always. Thing is, I see what people don't want to. Part of me wants them to see it too, so I'm not alone. Alone in seeing how sick and twisted things really are. Don't get me wrong, I want to be hopeful. I want to be able to smile without it being a lie. But instead, I smile because I can see the real punchline of the joke. And you just gotta laugh because the alternative is to start crying and never stop. Zapper annoyed me. All those cheap little insults trying to get under my skin. I wanted to fight back. So I got under her skin. I don't think she likes what I found there any more than I do.
Pauses, trying to collect himself before he says something he'll regret again.
I think Zapper's right. Quitting the team is right. You know she only quit because she was horrified at what she did today, right? I can read her like a book. She's punishing herself. And maybe she's got the right idea. Maybe we should both leave. We're broken and strange and dangerous. And you don't deserve to be exposed to that.
Absolutely not. I'm going to help you through this, Domino. You won't chase me away so easily. You think we're perfect and uncontaminated? I got news for you, buddy. You got massive imposter syndrome. I square myself up, standing firm to block him from walking away. Not that he's making a move, but the act matters all the same. You don't scare me, Domino. Trying to take more than your sardonic wit to break me. And that means I'll stand by you in times like these. I'll protect you from yourself if I gotta. You can count on my support no matter what. See.
What if...
So trying to chase you off by getting increasingly erratic in an effort to isolate myself by driving away my friends will be a waste of time. Absolutely. Guess I won't waste our time trying then. But I want a promise from you if you're really going to do this. I need to know there's a friend here who can help me whenever I edge closer to the abyss. Someone who cares enough to put a hand on my shoulder and pull me back. I know it's not your job to watchdog my defective brain. I'm not imposing the demand on you. I just want you to know someone will be there if I need help. I'm your friend, Domino. I'll be here for you. Okay. Maybe it'll work out. I should have my doubts. But you've got a weird aura about you, you know? Like you could really make this happen. So I'll choose hope, and hope it pays off. With a sigh, he releases the coiled up tension he was holding inside, and opens his eyes again, ready to face what's come next. They'll likely be back, dragging Zapper along with them soon enough. Shall we go inside and face the music? Together we head back inside, leaving the dumpsters far behind. So, Despite these two having a bit of an audience in the form of their collective friends and allies, it's like they're in their own isolated world at the moment. Nobody chirps in from the sidelines to let them hash that out. How do you want to do this? Do I apologize, then you apologize, or you apologize, then I apologize, or just apologize at the same time? Let's do that. Okay. I shouldn't have trash talked you. I shouldn't have tried to hurt you with words. I feel terrible for hurting you. That was inexcusable. I knew it hurt you to say that. I have no excuse. I don't actually want to quit the team if you'll allow me to come back. I don't want you to quit the team. I forgive you if you forgive me. From now on, I'll try harder to keep my aggression and apathy in check. I need to do better at stopping myself before I go too far. So friends, I know it's a mess, but we're still friends, right? Despite me being a weirdo. Hey, don't call yourself a weirdo. I get that you're working through stuff. You're less of a mess than most people I know, honestly. From now on, I'll reserve my trash talk for our mutual blood enemies. And I'll save my pithy commentary for people who disrespect you. I think I better stop things before I get more touchy-feely. I don't mind touchy-feely, but that's cool. We got it all out. All good now? We good. With their word syrup spilled over the floor, they seem satisfied with the results, even if I could only follow about half of that. The relief spreads to the rest of the team soon after all.
That sounds great.
Thank goodness, maybe things can get back to normal now. Better than normal, I'd say. Didn't even have to force the apology out of Zapper this time. It's important to have a cohesive team, and I think we just got extra sticky. I'm happy we were able to resolve it all.
Marvelous.
Together we are unstoppable force. We must endeavor not to allow strife to pull us apart again. The note to end on, even if team dysfunction led us to need an upbeat note in the first place? Yeah, probably not. Let's go. It's probably naive of me to hope that I could just join a team, kick some butt, and win the glory. Real relationships are never quite that clean. They take work. Still, I've clearly brought Domino a bit further than ever before. Maybe my words will help break whatever cycle they were stuck in. Now to refocus the team. Okay, practice time, pit crew. Great to see everything worked out, but let's not forget why we're here today. We've only got one FOD2 machine. We'll have to take turns. Let's see who's going next.
Hello.
Hello.
Pardon the interruption. May we barge in unceremoniously? You want to play FOD2 next? No, we come bearing gifts. Unimaginable treasure in envelope form. That presses a sealed document into my hands, printed on some sort of paper you normally reserve for a grand historical declaration. It has an official looking seal with a fancy H embossed on the wax. Are we being summoned to a tribunal of some sort? Do I need a lawyer in a powdered wig or designated second for trial by combat? Even better, you're being invited to a local game tournament, a very exclusive one, being hosted by an old friend of ours. It seems your triumph over Team Play to Win is really opening doors. He doesn't seem to open those doors just anyone you see. A legendary figure in arcade culture, lurking beneath the surface. Only emerging for impromptu and spectacular galas of gaming delight. And you're invited to his latest affair. Isn't that nice?
Well, look at you.
Color us impressed at your ability to make an impression. I am colored. I'm impressed. Curious, I break the seal and read the letter. Greetings, the pit crew. You are summoned forth this evening to do battle against our other mighty warriors and claim riches untold. To participate in this exclusive tournament, come to the arcade surplus warehouse on 23rd Street by sundown. Those who arrive late shall not be admitted. For the winning team, the ultimate prize at the end of this furious battle, their very own Fist of Discomfort 2 machine. This invitation allows Ursula Major and a partner of their choosing to participate in the main tournament. However, the rest of your team is encouraged to accompany you and frolic in the festivities. There shall be plenty of social amusements and hot competition for everyone. May the odds ever be in your favor. Signed, your benevolent benefactor, Hamza. Yoo-hoo. What's a Hamza? The kind of pizza? No, Hamza. The second H is implied. Different twist on the syllable. Hamza is a legendary game finder and auctioneer. Normally he sells or trades for the games he acquires, but it seems he set up a tournament to let players win games. Okay, that's gonna be big for us. For my initial research, which admittedly was just me saying, hey Iris, search the web for how to launch an esports team. You got it, Ursula Major, now searching. Rhetorical statement, Iris. Yeah, taking part in local tournaments is a terrific way to get a new team off the ground. It's a hell of an opportunity. And having a second FOD2 machine would solve a lot of problems. Now that I think about it, team practice would go far more smoothly. We accept the invitation. Let's do this. So I guess the in theory, this picture here is not accurate. We only have one FOD2 machine currently. We haven't won the second one yet. Splendid. Wonderful. I see our work here is done. Away we go. Listen up, team. If we want to network with local pros in some games, tag along. Sounds like anybody can come. I believe I'll bow out of this one.
Most unfortunate.
Other friends to tend to on this fine evening, but I shall wish. Okay, sure. All these bowing out so quickly. Maybe he's got plans to get banned from a few new arcades, or he's joining midnight protests or something, or you know, he's a older guy who has like family responsibilities. You know. Granted, I've only seen him in arcade context. I have no idea what he does in actual free time. I'm not sure I'm up for playing in a tournament tonight. Travel's rough for me, especially to, what the invite say? A warehouse? Dodgy. Okay, Jinx, you can just hang out a bit. Head home whenever you want. I'm not sure this is my scene either, honestly.
Let's do this.
We'll both still come with you, Ursula Major. Fly the team colors, shake the pom-poms, whatevs. Absolutely, for the pit crew. Guess that means I'll be teaming with Rhapsody, but even if things ended well with Dapper and Domino, leaving them to their own devices together might be risky. Instead, I'll tag team with one of them tonight, who should enter with turn. Okay, so we're stuck with either Domino or Zapper. I think we're gonna stick with Domino. Domino, I want you in my corner when we make everyone question the life decisions they brought them face to face.
This can't possibly end badly.
You and me against a bunch of tough bastards from the local scene in a creepy abandoned warehouse deathmatch? Sure, this sounds like a great idea. I wanted to be the one to smash faces and take trophies. You know, I'm way more competitive than Domino. Or it might be nice to just relax after an emotional taxing day. I don't want you getting burnt out, Zapper. We're going to need you. Okay, I can follow the logic on that one. Having a chill evening at home sounds good too. Y'all better kick twice as many butts to make up for a lack of Zapper, okay? Sounds like you've got a plan. Now let's practice a bunch, grab some dinner, and hop a train. We'll burn them so hard the building becomes a massive fire. Win or lose, we'll show them what the pit crew is all about. We keep our focus on when this pit crew will rise to the top. We will destroy all in our path. Let's go burn the house down, metaphorically, and possibly literally, depending on how many exposed and unsafe electrical wires we find. With our team spirit restored for this morning's incident, the pit crew gets to work preparing for the tournament to come. As the sun starts to set, we make our way over to the warehouse where a tournament will be held. At first, I wonder if we have the wrong address. Largely empty and industrial part of town. We're surrounded by empty factories, condemned buildings, and artifacts of last decade's recession. But the doors to the warehouse are open, there's light and noise and talking coming from inside. Either we stumble across a rave, or we're right near where we need to be. Oh God. Konami. Dumping ground for old arcade games, someone's long forgotten treasure trove, now being used as an underground fight club. I hate to think what sort of eight-legged monstrosities lurk in every darkened corner of this place waiting to consume your living soul. Unlike me, my teammates are mostly unfazed and split off to their own small groups. Jinx and Grace settled to find somewhere they can relax. Rhapsody said they wanted to check in on some casting friends, leaving me and Domino alone. I turned to my teammate, not exactly sure what to make of this place. Really what arcade tournaments look like? I mean, my involvement in RL competitions mostly consists of watching EVO from the comfort of my bedroom. This seems messy. Possibly massively haunted. Search me, I've never gone to a tournament before. Till you came along, we were perfectly happy hiding in our little arcade all day. We were both out of comfort zones then. Great. Hey, sometimes you need to be dragged kicking and screaming out of your comfort zone. It's healthy. Jumping into the scene instead of playing it safe may do us some good. Or it could be disastrous. Call it 50-50. That's probably why Jinx came. She doesn't really go anywhere, you know. It's difficult with her physical needs. I hope she doesn't feel pressured into this. Nah, you can't really pressure Jinx. She's the one who applies the pressure to other people. Trust me on this. Point is, we're all a little outside our comfort zone, even if we're doing so involuntarily and wholeheartedly. Currently pretty freaking far from my comfort zone. I know it's fall and pumpkin spice is all the rage, but it's not Spooktoberine Day yet. In fact, I felt a bit paralyzed just loitering by the entrance to the warehouse, not wanting to wander too far into those darkened depths. Fortunately or unfortunately, someone found us and approached us anyway, despite my lack of desire to go any deeper. Well, well, well. Look, Chad, we've got ourselves some genuine celebrities. Lance and Chad, huh? Lance and Chad from L7 Gaming. They used to be white hot 5 years ago, but haven't picked up any noteworthy wins since then. Aren't you two from that cute little gang that hangs out in a laundromat? Saw you on Fight Jack earlier. Right, the GBC team or something like that. Although I think they call themselves a pit crew now. Isn't that special? So very, very special. I feel special inside just being in the presence of such wonderful people. Take my advice, Ursula Major. Go home. You don't deserve to be here. Great. Haven't been here 2 minutes. Somebody already have an enemy. Do I try to smooth this over or just run with it? What's with the tude, my dude? Forward to playing with you later. May the best team win. I recognize you too. You're veterans. Glad to have a chance to face you in a tournament. You can either go joke or kind of give them some respect. I think we'll go for some respect. Veterans like Elsa Giving are here. Good to see. I was worried its invitation may not be serious. Followed your career through the esports team. Honor and face you in this tournament. I'd say we both deserve this shot at glory. The show of sorts, and I extend my handshake. Much as I suspect the two members decline, yeah. Seriously? I mean, just look at you. You're a conveniently diverse collection of gamers from across all walks of life, like an after-school special. Oh, okay. So you're gonna be that kind of guy. Can't even accurately describe you all because I'm not allowed to use those words anymore. They won't let me. And that's the real reason why you're making media waves. You're making all the woke corporate journalists pat themselves on the back for talking you up. Okay, you're gonna die. All while you take the spotlight away from deserving gamers. Right. And it was built for people like us. We're the ones who started it, made it grow. No one wants you here. Exactly, and you think your beating play to win makes you big time? Fluke isn't a fluke. We know the real reason anyone gives a shit about it. Exactly, you don't belong here, so run away, scrubs. Don't embarrass yourselves any more than you already have. Reasonably sure if I punch these right here now, we'd be booted from the tournament. At least Team Play to Win only hated us because we were losers in their eyes. These two hate us merely for existing. Yep. Practically feel Domino vibrating slightly with a want to unload on these two. I feel a burning need to induce self-loathing in this fine fellow. That could be fun to watch, actually, but it is hypocritical of me to really want him to lay into these guys after what happened this morning. Or could this be considered just desserts for someone who is as repulsive as those two jerkwads? Yeah, screw it. Speak your truth, Domino. Do it. Yay! Time for a history lesson. LZ Gaming used to be respected. They were giants spoken of alongside wicked prodigies and the unreal. But then something changed, yes? What was the turning point exactly? I can't seem to recall something about, alright, you drove away Queen Bee, didn't you? The only good player your team actually had. Then she joined the demon, formed the 4 Heavenly Kings, and instantly surpassed you. You were only holding your back in the end. Oops, there goes your win streak. Oops, there goes your popularity. After that, well, how do you get back on top? I know, becoming the flag bearers of the women-hating, nerd-baiting, gate-keeping toxic corners of the internet. That'll keep you in the spotlight. How sad, how unfortunate to have to play the part of the bastards to keep yourselves relevant, and by this point, you actually believe it, don't you? You bought into the whole repulsive mindset, hook, line, and sinker. How backward you look compared to the rest of the scene. How small and petty. I'd laugh if it wasn't so pathetic. Heck, I'll laugh anyway. The two members of L7 Gaming just stand there, livid with their silent rage as Amino laughs in their faces. Kill you! And just when I fear we're going to get Domino knocked out twice in one day, the billowing swish of a cloak temporarily blinds me.
Hamza demands your attention.
Yay!
This hostility will cease immediately. You have made your viewpoints clear. Hamza will not tolerate violence at his tournament.
But they said...
Silence, whelp! Hamza cares not who started it, who is the villain, who is the hero. All that matters at this moment is the iron will of Hamza. Chad and Lance of L7 Gaming. The only reason Hamza tolerates your intolerable presence is because, sadly, Hamza owes your manager a favor. But should you make Hamza regret this act of hospitality, your suffering shall be legendary. Does Hamza make himself clear?
But
does Hamza make himself clear?
Yes, sir.
Good. Now, be gone.
I was gesturing them to depart, and the two members of L7 scatter like cockroaches with a flick of the candle.
Now, with old business settled, let us make way for new business. Hamza welcomes his new friends from Good Clean Fun. Welcome, welcome. Any friend of Ben and Matt is a friend of Hamza.
Hi, on behalf of Pizza Yums, the pit crew would like to join your tournament, and
No. There is time enough for such trivialities later. But for now, let us talk and converse, as friends do. Hamza seeks to know all newcomers to the arcade scene. And rest assured, Hamza remembers all names, all faces, as well as all favors and debts. Nothing escapes the mind of Hamza. To that end, Hamza apologizes for the difficulties with L7 Gaming. They are only here due to an unfortunate intersection of favor and debt. Hamza had intended the 4 Heavenly Kings to make an appearance, but alas, Queen Bee was unavailable, and L7 is a poor substitute. Please be assured that your inhospitable welcome weighs heavy on Hamza's spirit, and Hamza shall do all in his power to correct the matter. Now, let us engage in pleasantries. What can Hamza do for you? What desires can Hamza grant for his new friends?
I'm confused beyond the capacity for rational thought. You literally just met us and now are BFFs or something. Of course, Hamza sees no reason to hold back the generous arms of friendship until such reasons are offered. You are Domino, yes? At last check. Good, good. Hamza knows a little about you, but will amend that as best he can through extensive social interaction. I'm relieved, or terrified, or terror-relieved. And you, Ursula Major, manager of the pit crew. Hamza knows you well, thanks to the 11 different social media feeds. Oh no, not the 11 different social media feeds. Seriously, stop signing up to different websites. First off, I should probably apologize for us going on L7 like that.
Why?
Why?
You stood your ground against bullies. You and your ally showed Hamza the strength of your character. Unyielding, even in the face of the storm.
Yeah, but if you're looking to encourage a friendly and welcoming environment, we didn't exactly help it.
Ah, Hamza understands your confusion. To all things in life, there must be balance. Peace and war, tolerance and intolerance, what battles you fight, and how they are fought. These are key. Hamza has no objections to your self-defense against an unjustified foe. You did not cower, and you did not shy away. Be proud. But had you reacted with primitive violent force, then Hamza would have been disappointed. It would be too simple and likely ineffective. You understand this perspective, yes?
I think so.
Excellent. But please, let us talk of happier things, now that the matter is settled.
So in terms of desires at this point, all we really need from you is a sign up for your tournament. Unless you're such good friends you consider just simply giving us an FOD2 machine.
Ha ha! Ha!
No. Hamza also seeks to measure the fire within your worthy individuals. If it is Hamza's prize you seek, you must win it fairly. It's worth a shot. Hamza enjoys your display of confidence. So are we in? Hamza brings his hands together. Certainly. Ursula Major and Domino of the pit crew are officially entered into my glorious tournament. May you perform honorably in the house of pizza yums. Often has Hamza consumed their microwave delicacies when noble labors carry on deep into the night. Seriously, you look more like chow down on lobster thermidor. Such is the mystique of being Hamza. But Hamza puts his pants on one leg at a time like any other individual. And through this tournament, Hamza promises to cheer on your triumphs and feel sorrow at your losses. Glance around at the ruined abandoned arcade the glorious tournament is to take place in, slightly confused at the contrast between it and Hamza's posh clothing. A fact not lost on him, he nods in apology. The rather messy surroundings are unfortunate, Hamza will admit, but Hamza assures you there are no horrible dangers lurking in the shadows. No, evil polybus machine in the basement trying to take over our soul. Only hot arcade action awaits you. The warehouse belongs to an old foe, Deco's Palace. This simply call themselves the Palace now, in an effort to save face, but Hamza knows the enemy no matter what face they wear. Hamza purchased the entire lot before it was to be thrown in a junkyard. So many rare arcade treasures saved from the clutches of death. But Hamza cannot simply give these games away, no. On this night they must be earned through righteous combat. So it's not just FOT2 machine being competed for. All manner of games are up for grabs should you be worthy. Are you worthy? True enough, I can spot side tournaments with Hamza's assistant, taking down names and registration. We may end up walking out of here with more than just FOD2 if the others join in. Let this crucible test your strength, Ursula Major, the strength of you and your friendship.
Please, excuse Hamza.
There will be another matters to attend to. May the odds ever be in your favor. The whoosh of his cloak, he's gone.
What?
It's weird, but I can roll deep with weirdness, and creepy never bothered me much. Think I'll go watch some of the other side tournaments, and I have a powerful need to ponder, catch up with you during the first round. Sure, have fun. I'm not too keen on entering any other tournaments. I'd rather just stick with Puzzle Peach. So I can wander around with Decaying Ruin and see what's going on. Where do I want to go first? The rival. Rhapsody and Hamza. Find Jinx leaning awkwardly against a fine specimen from the endless sea of wooden crates. It doesn't look like comfortable. I could maybe understand that if she was part of some conversation circle chatting away with other gamers here, but no, it's just her by her lonesome. Knowing her, she's got no problem being by her lonesome. Normally, I wouldn't interrupt, but that look of discomfort just isn't sitting right. Hey, yeah? Yeah. Help you with something? Oh, great, I'm making things awkward again. Do anything? Maybe find you a chair? Are you feeling okay? You look lonely over here, all alone and stuff. How are your legs holding up? I know it's dark and twisty, maybe maze of boxes, but surely there's a chair somewhere. Just say the word and I'll track down some seating for you. And if I can find some, I'm sure Gloria's host Hamza will provide. Appreciate it, but I've already looked. There's jack o' all I can sit on. Some chairs, yeah, but they're incompatible. Leaning heavily against the crate, her knee braces creaking a bit as she does so. Gotta be such and such a height, such and such a curvature. Armrest too, ideally, keeps my wrists from getting sore. But all I'm finding is crappy little folding chairs, and usually find in the hands of professional wrestlers with head strapped against on them. Afraid I'm on my feet for the duration, be sore as hell, but that's how it's going to be. How about I run back to your place and, I don't know, grab a chair? Just 20 minutes subway ride.
Bad idea.
Risk you losing your spot in the tournament? Nah, you've got business here on behalf of the picture. How about you head back then? You're not in the tournament. You're not there to hang
Not
with friends.
sure about that.
Feels like I'm being a good teammate if I bail because of my knees. Just saying, cheer you on. Here's sport everyone. We're being serious about the Pro Tour thing. I want to be serious too. Heavy object weighing everyone down. Tug of war to be specific. You know, nobody sees you that way. Yeah, I know. Hard not to feel that way. Takes off, focus on something less dreary. Solution, of course. Thinking of getting one of those wearable chairs. Wearable what? Chairs, did I stutter? They're these metal struts you wear on a harmless... Yeah, I've seen those before. They sit on your back, and they just kind of hang there, and you lean back and it's the chair. Problem is, you look weird using none. That's on top of everybody going, wearable chair, that's stupid. Why would anyone want that? Normally don't give a flying shit what anyone thinks of my disability, how to support it, do what needs done. Half the time you see one, those weird infomercial items, it was actually made for the disabled, too niche of an audience to market alone. But don't know, wearable chair legs are a bit over the top, even for me. It's funny looking, it looks for my leg braces already. Why add more hardware? Hard to get little kids pointing going, Mommy, look, it's a robot. I'm not into that. Don't blame the kids. Kids typically don't know any better. Parents who don't teach them about disability, that's not my problem. It's theirs. Still sucks. So I don't bother with a wearable chair or lugging around a chair everywhere I go. Just improvise simpler. Less weird, less demanding on everyone. You're demanding, you're a queen. Pick out a badass disability scooter to ride on, paint flames down the side. You're a goddess and should demand supplicants support you everywhere. If you want to be carried around on a throne, make it happen. You're the queen of stiffs. You're an automotive empress. King snarks back a laugh. Like a snark. Or a jerk. Or blended seamlessly together. Cute.
Nice.
Not my style. I like to play it smooth and cool, but gotta admit, your idea has appeal. You offering to haul around a Chase Lounge for me? Hell yeah. Maybe take you up on that. Not exactly a viable solution, but it did raise our spirits some. He stretches out, clearly aching more and more with each passing moment. You sure I'm not letting the team down if I bail? Not in the slightest. Do what's best for you. I can still kick all the butts even with you cheering me on from home. Thinking I should take you up on that. Don't think I planned this evening out well. should have solved this eating situation before hopping a subway. I'll let Grace know I headed home, okay? That she should stick around if she wants to stick around. Sure thing. She offers me a firm nod of appreciation, then slowly makes her way out of the open door. Ursula Major and Domino to the tournament area for the next challenge. It's our first round. Fortunately, the matchup is pretty pathetic. A couple local casuals who got in by being friends with Hamza, we trounced them easily. Thankfully, unlike L7, it's all handshakes and smiles after that. They were here just for the fun of it, and winless got what they wanted. Even if I'm glad we won instead of losing. Anyway, time for a break. Next round. Where to next? Talk to Grace. Tricky trying to track down Grace amidst all the gathered gamers, mazes, and wooden crates. Used. Let's see, where would she be in a mess? Maybe I could deduce the work backward from that. Are there any arcade role-playing games? Is that a thing? There's so much I don't know about arcade culture, but if I am looking for the arcade equivalent of a slow-paced, logic-driven experience, puzzle game, Ataru, beeps and boops of sliding blocks draw me a relatively uncrowded corner of the warehouse where Grace is happily tapping a joystick. Here you are.
Hello.
Check it out. They've actually got Tetris the Grandmaster 4. And it's even got the thankfully uncopyrightable Russian folk music the series is known for. Which is playing in the background.
Wow. So I've got the sound turned way down as far as music. Not coming through on the stream at all. That's fine. Doesn't need to be. Yes. Right, you're still a newbie. Well, then this is a particularly deep bit of nerdy lore. Energy 4 never made it past prototype stage. I lost the license to the original game. Maze is a prototype in this place. Well, I wouldn't be surprised to find, like, the Ark of the Covenant or Polybus, some other legendary lost item in this place. Kinda creepy, isn't it? Pretty sure the only real danger here is a crate falling on your head. Trying not to actually look up to avoid thinking about that. Talking about the game. Tetris TM are kind of, well, complicated. Like, seriously, wildly, confusingly, Cold War drenched in complication. But I've always loved the Grandmaster series. They're the most intensely difficult arcade puzzlers ever made, in my opinion. These are kind of tactical puzzles, so it makes sense. A fourth Tetris game? Surely they're running out of things to tryst by now. What's next, Tetris? Is there a side tournament for the puzzlers? I bet you could wipe the floor with the competition. Interesting. Are you a puzzler side tournament? Are we taking home a Tetris game tonight too? The way she's easily flicking blocks back and forth faster while holding a conversation, no doubt she'd crush it. Oh, heck no, that's not my style. I just like to play games. But you play FOD too, that's competitive. I play FOD with friends. I don't honestly care about my opponents, I just like playing with friends. How's the tournament going so far? Are you and Domino kicking all the butts? Pretty good so far, we're still in the That's
run.
wonderful.
Who knows, maybe you'll actually make it to the finals. Not sure I dig how astonished she sounds at the current level of success. Jinx wanted me to tell you she's heading home. Since I guess there's too much on her knees. I told her she shouldn't feel obligated to come. It's always tricky, going in a totally unknown situation. Maybe you should go back too. I hate for her to be all alone. She also told me to tell you to stick around if you want to stick around. I think she wants you to have fun. I don't know. Maybe I'll send her a text later to try to cheer her up. I can find a really good picture of a cat. That usually works. Lost momentarily in thought, Grace slips into exactly 23 milliseconds and game is suddenly over.
Aww.
Wow, that went from good to bad in a blink of an eye. How the heck can you play so fast? I mean, I'm speedy with keyboard, but I'm not that speedy. Steps away from the game. How do you get to Carnegie Hall? Practice, practice, practice. Exactly. It's like any skill, you just need to do it. Do it until you can do it to the best of your ability.
You know, I never heard that line ever before until Last Action Hero. I never heard that before. Honest. It's like any skill, you just need to do it. Do it until you can't do it in the best of your ability. FLD2 is the same way. I mean, that's how I see things anyway. Like I said, I don't care much about the competition. I'm just trying to play with friends and raise my skill level. That's the challenge I'm looking for. If I can help a friend improve their skills and they help me in turn, well, that's a great feeling. Led Zapper and Loxley hog the glory. Jinx and we're in it for self-improvement. Don't give it all to them. I can follow logic. Just you in the game, it must be oddly calming. Makes sense. One closed off little world just in the game, locked in combat. No one to judge you, not really. Just your own personal meter stick to measure up to. It must be relaxing, be able to focus completely on one thing. Yes, exactly. That's why you lose track of time so easily. You in the game. Always loved single player games, puzzlers, RPGs, platformers, long form narrative games. The kind of experiences you can usually only get on game consoles. That's why I'm not quite the arcade junkie. That's okay. It takes all types to make up a good team. Diverse viewpoints, diverse ideas. Sometimes they come in conflict. I noticed you were really anxious when that happened. I do my best to make the pit crew an anxiety-free environment. I appreciate that, even if honestly confrontations are inevitable, people disagree, it's nature of humanity. And sometimes it gets heated, but well...
I don't like confrontations.
My natural instinct is to go and hide until shooting ends. Or shouting ends. Years of experience, I guess. But let's not talk about that. I just want to have some fun tonight, you know? Pick up old messes. But if you do want to talk about it, yep, I'll come to you.
Beep beep.
Going to announce the next round soon. You should get ready, if only so you have time to find your way out of this maze. Right. Thanks, Iris. Good luck. Knock 'em dead, in a figure of sense, of course. Yeah, I already have enough ghosts in this place, I think. So Major and Domino to the tournament. Round 2 is a bit harder. Up and coming esports team just like us, but still a solid victory thanks to Domino's skill. Opposing team was visibly disappointed to lose, and I can sympathize with that. No one likes losing. Break time before round 3. Who's to visit next? So there's like, you only get one, right? Now, here's where you can. There's more Hamza. Okay, more Hamza is a bonus, right? Or you can go and I feel like this will be like it'll show off Hamza if we can do this one right with the rival. Tough one. I think I need more Hamza though. I think we gotta go this route. Never thought an arcade tournament would be this busy, and even though Domino prepped me for it on the ride over, it's just there's so much going on. Lucky for me, all announcements and Hamza's speeches are made over a loudspeaker system, so it makes it easy to know exactly where and when to report. I'll be helplessly lost without it. And as if on cue, I hear the melodious voice of Hamza booming over from overhead. Hello, esteemed guests. Pretty sure the scratching sounds and shrill feedback cry that follows cause all to wince, but not according to plan, nor the ominous silence afterwards. Can't be good. Scan over the warehouse, and they stop when I note Hamza and Rhapsody fiddling with the speakers. They both look very concerned. Maybe I could help them out, or at least find out what's going on.
Hamza cannot entertain his guests if the sound system isn't working. How will we know where to go? How will we stay on track? Above all, how are they to hear the dulcet tones of Hamza's voice? I will not have my guests think Hamza cannot run a simple event without proper sound. My name shall not become besmirched by such technical matters.
That's not a good look.
Please, there's no need to exaggerate, Hamza. Your name won't be besmirched. Plenty of tournaments without a loudspeaker. It requires a bit more work from your tournament organizers, is all. Plus, I'm sure we can have this up and running before finals. That's the most important anyway. That is, if you stop looming over me. We need a conversation to make myself known. Sounds like you're having a problem. Nailed it. Oh hey, Ursula Major, ha, nice pun. You probably heard it, but the speakers just went on the fritz and now they won't turn on. I'd like to get these working again ASAP, otherwise we'll have pretty lackluster finale. Ursula Major, you may not be aware of this, but lackluster mustn't ever be a component of Hamza's aesthetic. Hashtag aesthetic. This is not the way. I could have guessed. It's imperative to put right. Hamza is known as the fire that always burns in the FOD2 community. Really?
Nah.
No, not really. Well, I should be. I possess a keen sense to gaze deep within the FOD2 community and find what devotion lurks within Hamza. Hamza yearns to keep it aflame. Clearing his throat, Rhapsody hopes to change the topic at hand. May I have your eyes on this, Ursula Major? You're the resident PC pro. You might have a better idea. Rhapsody motions me to come close. Squat down next to them and study the pile of computer gear and return Rhapsody scoops in closer. I actually think I got the speakers covered. It's more a Hamza issue I need help with. Don't get me wrong, Hamza's a wonderful human. Couldn't ask for a better host for a tournament, but he's got the gift of gab and I really need some time to focus. Mind just distracting him for me? I need like 5 minutes. Doesn't sound like I have much choice. Oh, you do. It's just a matter of how you do it. Stand up and decide how I'm going to bend Hamza's ear. Hamza, let's go on a date. I challenge you. Let's go on a date. What do you say? You, me, a date. A date, you say? What I meant was, we could just get some coffee or something. We could forget I ever said the Foster's idea. No, it's a brilliant idea. It is? I mean, of course it is. I was a person instantly rushed over. Assistant, coffee, now. One of Hamza's legion of behind-the-scenes assistants gives a quick nod and scurries off, silent as a ninja. Tournaments like these are quick to diminish the soul's energy tank. How perceptive of you to see Hamza was in much need of a pick-me-up. Yeah, that's me. Perceptive. In record time, the assistant returns carrying a blanket, 2 sitting pillows, a thermos, and 2 coffee cups. Takes out the blanket once before laying it upon the warehouse floor. The pillows follow, with coffee supplies arranged in perfect fit. No one turns their head in utter confusion, no one questions it, no one eyes batted. I can only assume that stuff like this is the norm when Hamza's around. Ursula Major, come sit with Hamza. I oblige, and we sit. Hamza pours me a cup of hot coffee. I grasp it with 2 hands and take it in the bitter scent. Thank you. There's nothing, but I sense you would like to engage in conversation with me. Hamza gives you his full attention. Okay, well, do you hold the events like this all the time? As much as Hamza can. It is my passion to bring many hearts together under one roof, at one time beating at the same reason. Can you not feel the electricity in the air? The hype here is pretty palpable, yes. Does it not taste of victory? Well, I'm certain hoping it will in short run. If we can win here, if we can make this happen, my words falter to make an adequate response, but it finds me at the stakes at hand. Pretty beefy prize, isn't it? Getting a brand new deluxe FODQ cab is just as wildly expensive as a cruise.
To answer this question requires me to ask one of you first.
Sure.
Good. Share with Hamza. What will my ambitious new friend do if this tournament becomes the crucible that forges your victory?
Be happy, I'll be proud of myself and my team. It'll boost my confidence in myself. I'll be happy. It will boost my confidence. Obviously, a solidifying victory here would bring us recognition in the community, which would benefit not only myself but the whole team. Over the 2 calves, that'll mean twice as much learning and practicing, lifting us up and bringing us closer to our dream of winning. Exactly what we need after today's events. Not slightly.
Since you have answered from the heart, I shall tell you something from mine. A mere monetary reward for winning is not befitting of the competitive spirit. Hamza's prizes are gifts. Gifts to inspire, to share, to learn from. If one gift can ignite the flame within the heart, if one gift can bring people together, there is no better reward than that. Hamza travels far and wide, all over the world, to find rare and exquisite gifts. It is important to find treasures to share with the esports community. For that is what keeps history and tradition alive. It inspires those within this world of pixels and joysticks to fight for what they cherish. And that inspiration, that is the true reward for Hamza. A reward shared with others. If Hamza can be the spark that lights one's fire, then Hamza will be satisfied.
Sip my coffee as I take a moment to reflect on Hamza's word. As I relax into my cushion, there's a loud voice overhead. Testing, testing. Oh, hey, we're back. Will Hamza and Ursula Major please report to the main stage? I repeat, Hamza and Ursula Major come to the main stage. Huzzah! Ursula Major, the tournament is saved. What a glorious day indeed. I stand up, moving away from the blanket. I'm relieved. We should probably get back to Rhapsody, right? But what about all of this? This is a picnic in the middle of the floor. Worry not, Ursula Major. My friend's assistant will clean it up for us. You see, it is done. What's done? I glanced back to the picnic set, but I can't help but notice it's completely vanished in the time it took for me to ask the question. How? Let us depart, and we make our way back. Rhapsody smiles warmly at our approach. Hail, Rhapsody, whose euphoric voice is only matched by their sheer intelligence. Nonsense.
Thanks.
It'll be nice work. Rhapsody places her friendly hand on my shoulder. Going to prepare for finals. And Ursula Major, I better see you up on that stage. Rhapsody sneaks away with a crowd of gamers, leaving me alone with Hamza. Hamza must return to announce it as well, but before we part, let me impart these words of wisdom. Victory will never equate to happiness. Flamboyant wish of... See, that's why I was like, I'll be happy. I knew he wasn't going to like that. The flamboyant whoosh of his colorful cape, he turns away from me and waltzes back to the main stage. I am left alone. Weird note to end on, but I should go get ready for the next match too. Bench and Ursula manages the tournament area for the semifinals. Third round is against a pretty famous team actually, Wicked Prodigies, who are huge during the FOD1 days. That one was an intense fight to be sure. Domino and I barely squeaked out a win. But a win is a win. Because the universe has deep-rooted sense of irony from the look of the bracket, our opponents will be Chad and Lance from the L7. Great. Grand Finals will be starting in 30 minutes. Steel yourselves for the challenge. It's going to take Hamza and his crew some time to set up the pomp and spectacle of the finale. Time to reduce some stress. Or actually, hang on. Where did Domino get off to? He was just here a second ago, but I got distracted. He moves like a cat. Part of this team and a friend. I should probably hang out with him for more actual matches, but honestly felt a bit distant all night. Showing up for each round, kicking some butt, and wandering off. Time to wander after him. Takes a moment to track him down because he snuck away from the area of the warehouse demarcated for the tournament, up to the catwalks above all the chaos. I find him leaning against the window, looking into the distance across the city, adrift in one thought or another. Hey. Huh?
Hey there.
Hey. What's up? You haven't said much during any of the rounds. And is that a problem? We've been kicking ass, that's why I'm here, yes? We're both here? Wanted a partner up that plays perfectly, could have wired Iris up to the game. Just want to make sure everything's okay. I know you hate that question, but it's important. If you don't feel like talking, I can leave you be. Yeah, but if all I wanted was someone who could systematically annihilate everything in my path with cold, calculated precision, I could have hooked Iris up to the game.
Nope.
Hey, I resent the notion that I'm cold and calculated. Iris, off. Pirate conversation. Alright, sorry. My point is, I didn't ask you to join me to fill the player 2 slot. After this morning, I felt I should spend some time with you, you know? Makes sense. I've been riding shotgun with me all day, so may as well time extended that, you know? Okay, let's chill. So what's on your mind? L7. 2 turd balls from earlier? Not them in specific, more them in general. Their mere existence. The existence of them and people like them. There's a toxic urge of sludge running through the world, and people like Chad and Lance are making money windsurfing through it all for funsies. And that in turn kicked me off on a more general sense of malaise at the current state of everything in modern society. So I ducked out, found a nice quiet toilet to reorganize my thoughts, and despite the respite, I'm failing miserably at positivity. Heavy stuff, I know, but hey, you wanted a sort of specific. Happy now? Don't mind at all. I can lift a heavy load. You ever wanted to bear a burden, go ahead. Less happy and more righteously annoyed. As you answered, perfectly happy. I don't mind you unloading your worries, Domino. I'm capable of helping you haul that emotional weight around if you need. What you need is a steady rock in an ocean. Okay, I'm good with that. I can rock steady. You know what? I believe you. You've got unwavering confidence in your eyes. I'm surprised you can see anything in this darkened corner of the warehouse. Let's have a working example, why not? Domino gestures to the neon cityscape, advertising pulsing to the night. Office windows lit by late-night workaholics, window shades glowing with evening lamps. Quite a sight, to be honest. I have a terrible view from my crappy little apartment. Seeing over here is something else entirely. Tell me, what do you see? No wrong answers. Don't predict what you want me to hear. Just be honest and clear. City doing city things. I'm amazed that anybody actually sleeps, given its perpetual activity. A million different stories, each behind their own windows. Just the usual chaos and mayhem that comes with packing millions of people into a tiny concrete box. A window. It's a city, buildings, streets, people, all of it ticking like clockwork, even in the late night. Kinda hard to imagine anyone getting a good night's sleep considering this place is active around the clock.
Yeah.
Tell me about it. Insomnia is hot garbage, and blazing neon in the night outside my window does not help. But that's just a surface level reading of it all. What's got me all moody and morose lies underneath. Domino takes a long breath.
What I see is madness. Right now, I'd bet dollars to donuts someone's getting mugged. Probably a couple simultaneous muggings if we're leaning on pure statistics. 101 domestic disputes are going down. Couples are worried when the next paycheck will come and whether it'll be enough to put food on the table. Living in this city is madness. It's a wonder it doesn't drive more people to despair. So, that's what's on my brain meats at the moment. The despair of the modern age. In that swirling miasma, L7 are more of a symptom than a cause. And as for the cure, hell if I know. Maybe there isn't one. Or maybe I should just get back down there and virtually punch more dudes. Maybe I should stop all this crybaby whining and worrying and get with the program. Right, Coach? Be a man? Go play the sports ball? What do you think?
can barely scrape two thoughts together after getting buried under an avalanche of Domino's anxieties. So getting to know him, I'm not sure what I can realistically say. Gave me a weird vibe when he first met, and that hasn't really changed. This is like the romancy option, right? But it also seems like the better option of the two. I suppose we can't play the tournament alone, so either way is still leaving together. So that one. I may be the team cat herder, but that doesn't make me your boss or your parent. It makes me your friend. As your friend, I want you to do what makes you happy. You've been out of sorts since the run with Delzine. Just going through the motions playing this game. That is not me complaining. This is me trying to make sure you're doing right by your mental health. So if being here now isn't helping you, you should head home. I want you to understand that nobody will hold it against you. We understand, Domino, okay? Taken aback, surprised at how readily I've accepted the situation. I want to support the team. No, I want to support my friends. I'm even not a joyous ball of sunshine right now, but giving up and conceding defeat to the L7s of the world, I don't want to feel like giving up. I'm with you to the bitter end. This is important to me, important to all of us. He pulls away, slouching and leaning against me, forcing himself to adopt a stern posture, to fake the confidence until he can make it for real. I'm not giving up. Are you? Nope.
What?
Sorry, nope. Really? What's your burning spirit? There's the unclenched fist around the throat of L7. I'm going to take a firm stance against the inevitability of this messed up world. I'm afraid I'll need a bolder statement than that. So, I'm not giving up. Are you? Fuck no, I'm never giving up.
This can't possibly end badly.
And what shall we do about that? Shall we make this rotten world bend to our will? Yeah. Okay, once more into the breach, my friend. In the end, he was the one to cheer me up. Riding shotgun with Domino is proving to be a pretty brilliant experience so far, but I'm not complaining.
It has begun! Friends, it is time for the grand finals. A fist of discomfort. Too long have you battled. Hard have you fought. And now, your efforts have led you to Hamza's unyielding steel cage of death.
Nobody's going to die. He's exaggerating. Probably.
For both the meager physical reward of a professional-grade Fist of Discomfort 2 machine and the absolute glory of victory within the eyes of your peers. Hamza welcomes our final two teams to rise to this challenge and claim their destiny. Step forward. From L7 Gaming, 10-year veterans of the esports scene, Hamza presents to you Lance and Chad.
I'm shocked they actually got this far, but even a broken clock is right 3 times a day. Or something. Yeah, that's not how that works.
And from an up-and-coming team, a pair of rising stars seeking to ascend the ziggurat of victory.
Domino and Ursula Major. Let's get this over with and be home in time for cornflakes. Right, now I need a cool quote. Let's see. Folding chairs legal or illegal in this match? What about pile drivers? Done with these two, Hamza. Let's do this.
Very well. Fighters, to your positions.
Members of L7 brought their own joysticks, which they wire up. You gotta start hooking up a keyboard. Domino's can't use built-in joysticks like a traditional arcade jockey might. With that, all four of us are ready. Sort of. I wish I'd done more research into L7's playstyle so I knew how to counter it. With Team P2W, I knew D-Key's tricks and Koda's techniques, but with these two, I'm going to have to assume they'll play aggressively, mixing up attacks and specials, probably launching their ultimate move early. They're angry, we'll use that against them.
And here we go.
Fight!
You might find me a turtle up defense, keep myself. Your defense beats their attack. Favoring attacks and specials, they're too angry to properly defend. I can use that. Like you launch your ultimate attack early in the match. I can save mine for later when they may be less.
Dang, gotta be honest, I'm just improvising here.
Wow, they used their ultimate already?
Oh, come on! That should have worked. It should have, right?
Not doing well here. Never going to defend against a single thing? Attacks and specials, attacks and specials. Careful, they finally get their wits together, they might start defending more. But the time is right. My channel, my energy, and poured in. Flashy attack wasn't prepared for. The ultimate. Secret Dojo, the prize for the clan is most honored. Honor being measured by points. Enlarge is predictable with the ends now. Assume nothing. I managed to pull off a wicked special move. Wow, it's come down to the end. No. Oh my goodness. What?
You lose.
Ah, the inevitability of failure. I suppose it was predestined or something.
I kind of want to see how it goes with the accepting the loss, but I think we'll replay.
Fight!
You can't run from this. Cheer up, friendo. Everybody. What a miserable failure. Them.
Okay.
Sorry.
Should still be okay.
You win.
Hooray! We punched people in a video game. Society approves of digital violence.
We won! When we did it, we beat L7 Gaming. No way. Possible you can't get a fluke win and call it a success. Won 4 matches in a row. It's totally a fluke. You've loaded it with macros. Careful, we don't want... It's rock, paper, scissors, man. Dude, careful, we don't want to get Pete to win by them posting video. No, it won't catch us up in that trap. Take your damn win. Your last one you ever have. Once media's bored of patting themselves on the back, you'll be history. I think at some point they probably will make you give up the keyboard. Okay, let's ditch this stupid baby tournament for babies. Off change nothing, winning change nothing. They're stuck in the same loop, repeating the same lies again and again. L7 Gaming is past, stagnant and stubborn. The pit crew is the future, and I'm going to make that dream reality. Well fought,
well fought, and well won. My friends, Hamza grants you this boon. Your own personal fist of discomfort 2 machine. May you play in good health, and with the good sportsmanship that won you this day.
Yeah, a victory addict. Maybe I invested too much in beating L7. Feel satisfied if I'd lost to them. There's as much introspection as I can manage. My adrenaline rush to success can't be a realist. This is an identity situation. You can only pick a response to match your top 2. I'm glad we can support your tournament. Please consider calling a pit crew. Let us crush our flag in a victory mead and sing songs of battle done this day. D, to find victory. We have sacked the enemy's village and made off with their loot. Now to the tavern for mead and song and wenching. But seriously, we're gonna like party and stuff, because we've earned it.
Of this, Hamza has no doubt. But be warned, this was but one step on your long climb towards destiny. Do not let the thorns of pride grow in your heart, as they have in L7. Fight every battle as if it were your last, with no presumption, no pretense. Fight with iron determination. Fight to your last breath. No doubt you will face hardship on the road to glory. In your darkest hour, remember this day. And remember Hamza, who believes in you. But for now, please vacate the premises, as the remaining games need to be relocated before the building is demolished. Thank you.
I sure knows how to make an entrance, but his exit leaves a little more to be desired. I think we're getting kicked out. Guess we should go home. Been a weird night.
What if...
Maybe that's a good thing. Maybe it's good to embrace the weirdness and just run with it. See where it takes us. Win or lose, I know one thing for sure. You're going to shake the little gaggle of weirdos to the core, and that's positive. Got faith that no matter what, we're headed somewhere interesting. Thanks for the faith,
Color
Domino.
me pleasantly surprised.
You know, be thanking me for that interesting becomes harrowing, but you know what? I'm going to be optimistic for a change. A change! I like that word. At least I like it tonight. You know, I don't think you're aware yet of what an impact you've made on our little group. And hopefully that impact we're making on you in turn. This is about more than Pro Tour, more than your ambitions. It's about us, holding it together. Together. You said together twice. I know. Point is, well, I'm glad I count on you as a friend. And if you ever need someone to pick you up when you collapse, hey, you could do worse than me. I'd like to think you'd do the same for me. Of trust and bonding, I need to get home, catch a few hours of sleep before my morning shift. Crappy job. Move to join him when a buzz in my pocket grabs my attention. Be out here in a minute. Sleep well. Might actually. I just might. Huh. Been a laser focus on my pro tour ambitions along the way, starting to really get involved with these people, aren't I? And despite only knowing them for a short time, well, maybe I do have a right to call them friends. Something to ponder, after wrapping things up here, that is. The building's shutting down for the night, but I can spare a moment to thumb through my phone and see why it's buzzing.
Hey, listen.
This is big. This is really big. Pizza Yums are super happy with tonight's results. Pizza Yums wants to fund a team house. If we can find something that fits with their budget, we can get the whole team living and practicing together around the clock.
Hooray!
Wouldn't that be amazing? Don't say. Got promise. A lot of promise. All the major sports organizations have a team houses. The T2W has a giant penthouse. Also investigating other events we can join using sponsors' funding for travel and hotels. There's so many possibilities.
Thank you. Thank you.
So glad I can help you manage this team as your digital assistant. I'm looking forward to seeing what happens next. For now, you should get home and rest. This is what I wanted. This is what I craved. Professional gaming as my life's calling. Domino is right. I'm shaking things up. I'm making this happen. In good spirits, I stroll down the lanes of dusty old arcade games with rapidly emptying warehouse. Finally make my way home. Stopping in my tracks. The exit's in sight. I can see it from here, despite being tangled up in the maze of arcade games, despite the occasional glow of pixel-smeared screen. I need to leave. They're wrapping up the event. I have to go now. Hand is resting on a joystick for some reason. Oh no! Glowing blue joystick. No! No! Don't know much of anything about arcade scenes, so I couldn't say if the game was obscure or popular. Never seen it before. I want to play it. I can't deny that I want to try playing it. I can't pull my hand off that glowing blue metallic joystick. I won't pull it off. Yes, that's right. Surely I could sneak one game in before Hamza's assistants insist I leave. Play the game, play the game, play the game, play the game. Reach the start button, fire up the game. What the? Where'd the warehouse go? What is this place? Standing there gripping the burning hot joystick, but I'm also here, wherever here is. Things are crawling up my spine from the weird, dislocated feeling. A panic that seems almost alive. That's when a figure emerges from the distorted digital shadows that form place. It looks like me. Little by little, it mirrors my shape, my movements, my mind. What's happening? What is happening? What is happening? Like that episode of The Doctor, you know, the mirror. Yeah, it's caught up to me. You play me and I'll play you. You play me and I play you. Identifier system online. Scanning target. Identity identifier system online. While I stare and open mouth horror, it smiles. Crown can be yours if you kneel and accept the crown. You must keep winning. Never stumble or fall, or they'll see the real you. With jerking, glitchy motions, the shade reaches me, grasping. It's already read me. Parse my fears, digging my deep thoughts through joystick. My hand still grips in the real world. More, it wants everything and wants me to surrender to that need. Tingles as it starts flowing the other way, pushing into me from its pulling from me. And that's when someone tackles me sideways, pulling me forcefully away from the grip of Polybus. What? They're coming. Dazed and confused, the palm of my left hand still tingling from where it touches the joystick. Loxley easily pulls me into the shadows. Hidden from view, as someone calmly approaches a strange arcade game. Oh, the woman in black is back. Confirm there's a Polybus instance here. Activate containment protocols. Looks like the old man's intel was right. He did have another copy of the game in his stocks. Pauses, one hand on her earpiece. She peers around darkened warehouse through the sunglasses. See nothing other than Hamza's assistants in the distance finishing up their work. Negative, no psychological contamination incidents. Seems the game went unnoticed and unplayed. Basic containment procedures will be sufficient. Soon, two similarly dressed men in black arrive with a cargo dolly and a black tarp, concealing the game and silently rolling it out of the building. Finally, I manage to breathe properly. Loxy loosens his grip on me.
Most unfortunate.
Damn them, if only I'd found it sooner. What the hell's going on? Loxy, what was that thing? Who were those people, and when did you get here? You said you couldn't come to the event, you were too busy. Brain's spinning like 11 directions at once, my hand hurts, and I'm having trouble putting together any coherent thoughts.
I offer my sincere
Apologies.
apologies.
I hadn't intended to involve you in this. What is this? Complicated situation, one I would only strongly recommend not digging into any deeper. You are victorious this night, yet? Focus instead on your game of choice and your conquest. Worry not about other matters.
Uncertainty abounds.
It'd be best if you forgot about the strange little encounter if all possible. Please trust me on this. Get spooky government agents carted away a game that turned my brains to oatmeal. Fine, my head hurts and I need to go home. Okay. You say so, I should forget all about it. Heck, I'm gonna argue. I'll just smash my head into the wall until the memories leak out. Creepy weirdos in black suits, an arcade game that somehow dug directly in my brain. Sure, I can put that all behind me. Or you can tell me what the fuck is going on. That'd work too.
An unpleasant business, this.
Would that I could provide you answers, Ursula Major. Would that I could, but it's not my place to make that decision. So be it. If you wish to pursue this, I'll consult with my allies and see what I can reveal. I strongly suggest you ignore the incident, but your will is your own. Pardon me, I must report my failure. Such troublesome matters. Tugs his hood to avoid anyone's gaze as he slinks his way towards, well, I don't know, some dark corner, a hidden entrance, however he got in the building to begin with. Maybe he's right. Maybe I should let that go. My dreams are ones of victory, a fist of discomfort trying, not getting into whatever this is. No idea what that thing was, or what it was trying to do with me. Feels bigger than I can deal with right now. I need to go AFK a second, because somebody keeps buzzing at the door. Alright, 1 second. Just something else here real quick. Alright, let's finish this up. I have no idea what that thing was or what it was trying to do to me. Font seems to have changed here too. For tonight, perhaps I need to refocus. Maybe it hasn't. Maybe it just looked a little bit. My path lies along the Pro Tour, the year-long road. Built to battle. Where else will it lead me? I don't know. The only certainty is that I'm ready to fight, and the next step is to bring the pit crew together under one roof so we can truly fight as one. So it's a year-long thing, and this has only been 2 days, so I imagine they're going to have some time skips here and there. I'll put in whatever that was far, far behind me. Level 2, complete. Level 2 of Arcade Spirits and new challengers. Victory! Combo breaker. Your scores. You're in Jinx's passenger seat, it seems. Grace, Domino, and Rhapsody. Have her and Loxley way down there. Still a bit more of this than this, but pretty balanced. Level-headed, rational, and honest. Great. Scored 16,400. Nice. Keep talking with people and your score will go up, up, up. Like, change your personal metadata at this time. Name, pronoun, and so on. I think we're good. Save your game. Save the game. And with that, that's where we're going to go ahead and call it. So we'll be moving into zone control on the next one. Let's see, I think I know who in our list is live, but let's double check here. Let's go ahead and give Shin a raid. Never had a chance to raid Sasuke though. We'll do that. Yeah, so probably going to keep on with Arcade Spirits for the rest of the week. Try to get it done. Might do some other ones here and there as well. And when I'm filling up into streaming and how long I feel like streaming. But focus is going to be on Arcade Spirits for this week. So until then, I will see y'all later. Bye.